This year is the year of the EV. With so many electric vehicle options out there, such as Cadillac's Lyriq coming out, Mercedes EQE, BMW's i4, the list, it just goes on and on with so many choices to pick from now. Why pick Tesla? I mean, sure, they're the leader and they were kind of first to the game with the whole EV thing, but at this point in time, why choose Tesla? That is what we're going to talk about today.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Lock It Tech.
Today we are going to get into why pick a Tesla. There's so many EV choices out there now. This is literally the time of the electric vehicle. So with all those options, why pick a Tesla?
So many reasons.
There are. We're going to get into the good. We're also going to get into the not so good things of Tesla too, because let's be real, as much as we would love it.
Not all good.
Yeah, as much as we would like it to be, it's not all roses and wonderful things. There are some downsides to Tesla too. And we're going to give you our recommendation. If we were to go buy an EV today, would we buy a Tesla again, or would we go in a different direction?
Let's find out.
I don't know. So it's really, really cold here in like Eastern PA at this point. It's snowing. Like literally, guys, look, there's not a lot, but there's snow. It's like snowing right now. So, yeah.
So we're gonna get in the car.
Yeah, let's go check the car. Let's check out and see how the, do we have frozen door handles? Oh, no frozen door handles on that side. Nope, no frozen. Right, no frozen door handles. Let's start off with some of the positives about Tesla. Quite honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is what I call the Tesla effect. When you're driving a Tesla,
it's so fun.
It is insanely fun. Like, you cannot drive a Tesla. You can't even be in the passenger seat of a Tesla and smash the accelerator and not smile or laugh.
Especially when there's somebody next to you that thinks they're gonna beat you.
Oh my gosh, it just goes. There are other EVs out there that are just as fast as Teslas, especially if you're looking in the Model 3 or the Model Y department. For example, like the Lucid Airs and the Porsche Taycans out there, they're all coming in well under 3 seconds, 0 to 60. Even the Rivian R1T is coming in at 3 seconds, like on the dot, 0 to 60. So there are plenty of other EVs out there that are super fast and will give you that same feeling, but I feel like none of them really do it in a way that Tesla does. I don't know. Plus, not to mention, you know, outside of the Rivian, the Porsche Taycan, or those Lucid Airs, you're talking well over $100,000 to be able to do something like that in one of those type of cars. And really, those cars, at that point, you're in the Model S, Model X Plaid territory. So, I mean, you know, you're talking about good money. If you're looking at a Model Y or a Model 3, really, the only thing that can compete with Tesla in terms of price and that speed is really going to be Rivian.
I think it's unexpected for the look of the car, too. It's very deceiving.
How many people have you taken on a drive, then this was their first time in a Tesla, and like, what's the reaction that you get?
I don't know of anybody that hasn't said, wow, this car is awesome. It's something to that effect. This is really cool. My gosh, I wish I could have one. It's very interesting to listen to the comments. People are very surprised in that first drive in the Tesla.
The Tesla effect is extremely, extremely real. And no matter how you cut it, still one of the best reasons to buy a Tesla.
Another feature that I really, really like is the regen braking. I think it is so cool that I rarely ever touch my brake. It is another reason why it's fun to drive, but then also you're saving on those brakes. I'm hoping I don't have to replace my brakes for years and years and years. One less reason to have to go to the shop.
The technology in general in a Tesla is unbelievable. Speaking of technology, I need to take a quick minute to tell you guys about our first ever channel sponsor. We all know that cryptocurrency is the hottest investment out there right now. But there's a lot of people out there that don't know where to get started or how to buy their first crypto. And what's even scarier is there's a lot more people that don't realize how much they're paying in fees and taxes for the crypto they do have. Enter iTrust Capital. With iTrust Capital, you can invest in crypto without having to worry about taxes or fees. That's because they allow their clients to invest in cryptocurrency through individual retirement accounts, or IRAs. And if you're wondering who iTrust Capital is, they're only the leader in IRA cryptocurrency trading. There are no fees for setting up an account. There's also no annual membership fees either. And as an added special bonus for Locket Tech viewers, they're going to give you guys $100 for free just for setting up an account and getting it started with some funding. You can even get your account started by transferring some money over from an existing IRA or even a 401k that you got laying around. There's no reason not to get started on the crypto market now with iTrust Capital. Everything from the infotainment system to the autopilot to the regen braking capabilities, the tech that Tesla has, the tech package is unbelievable. Don't get me wrong, again, other EV manufacturers out there have a version of autopilot and they do have some regen braking capabilities, but they're not quite as refined as what Tesla has in its vehicles.
Maybe it's me, but I almost feel like it's a safer way because I know that I'm leaving more distance as I'm going up to something to let the regen braking work than maybe I would have if I was using a regular brake and getting up there and slamming on it right at the very end.
That's a really good point. I never even thought about that. I personally look at Tesla as a tech company, not as an automobile company. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I love Tesla so much, and it's why this channel does so much about Tesla. We're a tech channel, and again, I view Tesla as a tech company first, not an automotive company.
Which rolls right into their software. The updates, it's just there. It's something that it's incredible that their updates, even a year or two after having the car, they're still updating it, just like your iPhone and things like that.
Over-the-air updates is huge. If you've ever had to take a car in to have the software update done, it's painful. This happens overnight while you're sleeping. Yeah, it just connects to the Wi-Fi in your house and you wake up with a cool new update to your software. And that they continue to push out new updates, just like a phone does, that really refreshes kind of the way that you interact with your car. Like the latest V11 software update. That was a big change in how you interact with your car. I mean, think about it. You could have a car that was 2 years old and all of a sudden you get into it the next day and it's almost like a brand new car to you.
And safety too. That's the other aspect that they're doing it. It's really incredible.
The technology that Tesla packs into its cars, I mean, eventually other manufacturers are going to be able to catch up to it. There will be a point in time where Ford, BMW, Cadillac, all those guys, they'll be able to push out an over-the-air update to the software in an EV vehicle, similar to how Tesla does it. But right now, Tesla, nobody does it like them.
So one of the Tesla things that I really like is the front of the car. When you're sitting in here, the futuristic look of it, the minimalist, there's not much to be seen, but yet it all works amazing. Heat, air conditioning, defrost, everything. And it just looks so nice in the front of the car. I love that it's all just one screen. There's not two different screens here. There's not much here, and it's super easy to clean, which is another thing.
Tesla really did kind of start this whole minimalistic design approach. Now, all the manufacturers out there who are coming out with EVs are all trying to update the interior feel of the car and things like that, but no matter how you cut it, when you get into a Ford Mach-E, they feel like a car. You get in and there's still buttons everywhere, which for some people, maybe that's a plus. They feel more comfortable getting into something that feels more like a traditional car. When you get into a Tesla, you do kind of get that like spaceship type of feeling when you get in.
Yeah, and just not much there. I mean, it's just so clean, it feels like to me. It's just so easy. Even the doors, there is no door handle. It's just a button. Everywhere you turn, they really did a nice job throughout the whole car. So we've just given you a lot of the pros, a lot of the things that we absolutely love and think that Tesla does better than anyone else. But now let's get real. There are some cons that we should probably talk about too. But the first is that paint. The paint durability of a Tesla is just not great. I don't understand why they don't put a higher quality paint on their cars.
You know, I think that's something that it's going to be resolved very soon. Right? There's been new videos that have been surfacing of the new paint shop in Giga Berlin, and that's getting very close to completion. It is going to improve the overall paint durability and the color and fading issues that you see with Teslas over time. That all blends into the whole fit and finish really issues altogether.
Yeah, like little things. Like, why are there gaps in some of the cars? What is the problem that they can't get that right when they make these brand new cars?
So a shout out to Jeebs, who did a whole video on this. There was actually somebody who took delivery of their brand new Model Y, drove it home, heard some funny noises coming from it. She called into Tesla service to say, hey, something's going on, it doesn't sound right. Tesla service just basically shoved her off and said, oh yeah, that's a normal thing. And then she took it into a shop only to discover her brand new Model Y that she just took delivery of didn't have brake pads installed on the rear brakes.
That's crazy.
Like, how can you have issues like that if you're trying to present yourself as a luxury brand? It is very disappointing that Teslas come with these fit and finish issues. I will say they do seem to get better the longer a model is out for. Yeah. The other major con of going with Tesla, and that's their service.
I think it's a pro and a con. One of the pros is they'll come to your driveway to fix your car.
Yeah, they can. Nice. They can.
But you gotta wait a while.
Tesla's service in general is just not really good. And I wish there was a better way to say it. You see stories all over the internet of people just having poor after poor experience having to deal with Tesla service. There's part supply shortages. There's issues with Tesla fitting cars in. Like, for example, that case that happened with the brake pads, they originally told her it was going to be like 3.5 weeks until they can fit her in. Because they were
but
just...
you can't drive your car.
Yeah, they were just shoving her off. It was a brand new Model Y. Whether it was something serious like brake pads or not, it's a brand new Model Y that just came off the lot and there were sounds being made. They needed to make that a priority to get that in sooner than 3.5 weeks. So we're actually in the middle of having an issue right now with our Model Y, where our trunk isn't really... It's not closing correctly. You can hear it's not pulled fully closed, and all of a sudden it sounds like it's hitting against something back there. Now, we did make a service appointment in the app, and originally when I went in, it was like 2 weeks out before somebody can get out. Now, to their defense, our area, I feel like we're a little lucky with Tesla Home Service. The technician that covers kind of our neck of the woods, he's fantastic. Big shout out to you. He actually came like a week early. He was in the area and he knew that he had us kind of far out. And he was like, hey Chris, are you guys home? I can stop by, take a look at your Tesla. So he came out and he made his best effort to try and fix it and couldn't. It was just one of those things that needs to go into an actual shop. So he made an appointment for us to bring it in, but even then it was like a week and a half out until even he could get us into a shop. It is something to definitely be concerned about and to just kind of remember.
Now we can get to the last most exciting piece for Tesla.
I think it all comes down to one more point that, quite honestly, I think is like the most important
game changer
of all of them. The charging network that Tesla has.
Yeah. Can you imagine a long drive in something that is not going to stop at a Tesla supercharger?
So the Tesla supercharging network is just unbelievable. It's everywhere. It's completely reliable.
Popping up more and more.
This is really, I think, the #1 thing that stands in the way of EV in general is the whole range anxiety piece. The charging network is the range anxiety part of it.
Yeah, like the other morning when I got in the car and I was like, oh my gosh, we didn't charge it, and I had to go to work. I had to go to a Tesla supercharger that morning, and thankfully the one opened by us about, I don't know, 6 or 9 months ago.
It has cured the range anxiety piece because people aren't concerned about them, because they know that there is a charging network, there is that infrastructure out there of that. But the non-Tesla EV network that's out there, that's ChargePoint, Electrify America, I mean, the list goes on and on of them out there, they're extremely unreliable. They're not well taken care of. I'll throw a link to this video too down below. Marquise Brownlee did this awesome video comparison where he compared a gas car to his Model S Plaid and also against a Ford Mach-E. And they took like an 800-mile trip, and they really just wanted to see which car made it the 800 miles and got back first. And the Mach-E was like like 8 to 12 hours behind everybody else. But the reason why they were so far behind is because now they were using Electrify America, I believe. All the charging networks that they went to go charge up along the way, as soon as they pulled up, they were all broken. I don't know. If you're looking at a non-Tesla, there's going to be some range anxiety. It's just completely unreliable.
So it's just something to keep in mind. If you travel at all, whether that's just vacation once or twice a year, keep in mind where the charging points are and how you're going to get there.
And that's a great thing about Tesla. They make it easy to find where the nearest supercharger is. They give you all the information about the supercharger. They tell you how fast it charges,
how many open stalls there are.
Yep, how many are in use, so you know exactly if there's any free or not, or whether you're going to have to wait in line. Yeah, there is no charging network that's even close to Tesla's. Now, I want to bring up one big point here. So
hopefully this doesn't happen.
Elon last year announced that he was going to be opening up the Tesla charging network.
Let's hope not.
To all EVs, not just Tesla.
Not a good sharer.
Nah. They've already been testing this in the Netherlands. Well, if they open it up to non-Teslas, all of a sudden, to me, that's a game changer. The third-party charging network that's out there, they're not really reliable. I mean...
No, not at all.
No, those third-party vendors, they don't really take care of their charging stations.
Think of Hershey Park.
Yeah, I mean, ChargePoint. Dude, ChargePoint, you need to get your act together. There are 4 ChargePoint chargers at Hershey Park Chocolate World, and for the last 2 seasons that we've gone there, only 1 has been operational. And it's not from a lack of like people reporting it. We've reported it multiple times through the ChargePoint app that they're broken.
I don't understand why it doesn't get fixed.
If you have an unreliable network out there like all these non-Tesla chargers are, how are you supposed to rely on it and not get anxious when you buy an EV?
You run that car pretty low when you're getting to those charge points. So if that charge point isn't available, who knows the next closest and how long then you need to have that range anxiety.
So let's kind of bring it all full circle here. If you had to go buy a new electric vehicle now, are you getting a Tesla? Or are you going to get something else?
So hands down, if I was to buy it again, I would do a Tesla right now. It is not worth it to me. We travel too much with sports and everything else. That charging network is a deal breaker for me. I need the charging network. I really enjoy driving it. I enjoy the ease of it. I enjoy not having oil changes, not ever getting gas. And I don't have that range anxiety anymore because of how many networks have opened just around us.
For me, and look, I'm just being honest with you guys here. If I was buying an EV in 2022 and the Tesla network is still locked off to Tesla, then I would buy a Tesla. But, and this is a big but, if Tesla opens that charge network up, for me, I think I would buy a different car. I wouldn't buy a Tesla. Those service issues and the quality with the vehicle issues, for me, those are like some of the biggest reasons as to why I pick a manufacturer and I buy a vehicle from them. BMW, man, you roll up to a BMW dealer for really service, nice. They treat you like you're a god. You roll right up, they meet you in their valet drop off. Hey, Mr. Lockett, do you need a vehicle? I know you're just here for an oil change, but do you need a ride to get around? We got coffee and snacks for you in the like. And I call up and I can get an appointment usually within a day or 2.
So, right now, you have a Cybertruck ordered.
I do.
So, are you going to go to the Ford Lightning?
She had to go there.
Because that thing's goofy looking.
I actually think it looks cool. You
liked your Ford truck before, and
it's a fair question. So, I really like the Cybertruck. I would probably still get the Cybertruck just to kind of see and check it out and bring it to YouTube. I don't know. But look, if I'm buying a car and Tesla's charging network isn't locked down to just Tesla,
you're going and branching.
I would probably buy a different car. Honestly, I think Tesla is crazy to open up its charge network to other EV manufacturers out there. Yes. Not just from this selfish standpoint of I don't want to share. I think if they open up their charging network, they're going to see a huge dip in automobile sales. Now, I don't know whether they want to be in the automobile sale market, honestly. I mean, again, I look at Tesla and I see a tech company and not an automobile manufacturer. I mean, they're into AI robots now and that whole thing. And, they're into sustainable energy and making that a reality. So maybe they don't want to be in the automobile market. And if that's the case, you open up your chargers. I think you're going to get out of the automobile market pretty quickly. Because honestly, for me, that's the big game changer, at least unless Tesla truly wants to change and make deep-rooted changes to their service and to the quality of the vehicles that they produce. I mean, if they can improve those things, then yeah, I think it still can be safe. But I mean, think about it. What's the biggest reason why we go to Disney World time and time again?
Oh my gosh, it's Disney. It's just everybody is so happy and nice. Their customer service is top-notch, like none other.
That's why people rely on those type of companies, and that's why they're always so successful. Service is big. Companies like Disney, Apple, they've all figured it out and they know it, and that's why they pour so much effort into making sure that their service is king.
Happy.
Exactly. Happy customers come back. Happy customers tell other customers. If you're wondering what some of these other Vs are going to look like, we've got some awesome news for you guys. Thanks to amazing sponsors like I Trust Capital. All year long, we're going to be checking out new EVs that come out to market. We're going to be taking them for test drives and bringing back all the info to you guys. We've already got a Ford Mach-E lined up. We've got a VW ID4 lined up. We've got a Porsche Taycan lined up. So you can see what these other EVs look like, and maybe you should consider one of them as opposed to a Tesla.
So in another year, check back and let's see if our answers are the same.
So if you're interested in that, if you're in the EV market and you're thinking, do I want to buy a Tesla? Maybe I should get one of those other ones. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below, because we're going to be bringing all that cool stuff to you guys throughout the entire year.
And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button.
That's right.
It really helps us out.
Thanks so much, guys, as always, for watching. I guess we did the outro in the car this time.
We sure did.
Yeah.
It's chilly today.
It's chilly. It's snowing. Yeah, we're going to move on. Thanks so much for watching, guys, as always, and we'll see you in another one real soon.
See you later.
Now, I finally have it on video. Finally. Oh, I'm going to put that on loop.
It's my closet, not yours.
I guess we did the intro in the car, huh? It's a little cold out there.
Do you mean the outro?